Hi there, meteorologist Ed Valley here, taking a look at the Northeast. We got a couple flurries around today. It's a cold day, but it's still a little windy, and unfortunately, we're going to stick with it through the rest of today. Though conditions will improve tonight, and you might be wondering why I have this super elongated view for the video today. It's for some comparison tools I'm going to be using in the video later, so don't mind me. But to start here, let's talk about the next couple days. And we got nothing tonight. Late tonight, early tomorrow, a few snow showers possible in northern New England. And then it's going to drive a cold front through northern New England Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And that's where the problems could arise along the coast. So through Wednesday and Wednesday night, couple snow showers across the north, not a big deal. However, as this front approaches the coast, this is valid around 4 a.m., you notice there's precipitation beginning to develop along it in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and northern Virginia, right? Well, let's look at the temperatures around that time. So just for example, the precip is all in here, and it's going to be moving like this. At the same time, you get that cold front that's going to be moving southward. So colder air is going to be approaching as this storm system occurs. So I'm going to just, independent of precip, I want to show you these temperatures. 4 a.m., it's 37 in Philly, 37 in New York, 37 in Boston. Okay? Great. 7 a.m. Now it's 34, 32, 32. 3 hours later. Now it's 32, 28, 28. Another hour later. 30, 26, 28. So that's just from 4 a.m. until noon. So that's an 8-hour window. We're going to drop those temps by 8 to 10 degrees. So now let's talk about precip, because there is precip coming. So here we go. We get into the overnight Wednesday night. Here comes that precip. Again, reminding you that it's initially in the 30s, but watch what happens. As that precip moves in, it changes to snow. This is around 7 a.m. And then from 7, 9, 11, 1, 3, the snow moves from west to east. Not a lot of precip, but it's snow, it's falling temperatures, and it's a potential refreeze, which always makes me a little nervous. So I'm mentioning it. Here's a look at the total precip during that time. You'll notice it's a tenth to, we'll call it 3/10, 1 to 3/10. That would be 1 to 3 inches of snow in a perfect situation, right? Reasonable. Now, one thing to keep in mind on pavement, initially precip likely will not stick because A, temps are above freezing, and B, the pavement's even warmer. And as it falls below freezing, I don't think all of this accumulates on pavement as snow. So to assume, a snow forecast of, 1 to 3 inches is probably aggressive. However, there is a way here that we do have problems Thursday morning and midday. So just something to keep in mind. It's a quick hitter early in the morning through midday, and then things improve in the afternoon. But again, temperatures are going to fall well below freezing Thursday night, so everything's going to freeze up absolutely solid. By 7 p.m., it's already down to 23 in Philly, 25 in New York, and 19 in Boston. And it's just going to get colder overnight. So let's move on to the other system we're watching. You see the Thursday system here. And so what I'm doing here is an interesting new tool that I'm going to use. So on the left, you get the European model. Right is the GFS. And they're at the same time. Okay, so this is the system here for Thursday. Gets out of here. Great, no problem. So far, so good. But as early really is Friday morning, we're starting to see some differences. Notice how the European on the left has more precip than the GFS on the right? So that's going to impact things as we get into the weekend. You can really see it Friday afternoon and Friday evening. So this is Friday evening. You tell me which is more further west. It's the European. And it's not even close. I mean, the GFS has the low equal with Connecticut's longitude, whereas the European is equal to with Allentown's longitude. Much further west, precip goes back into Kentucky and Tennessee. Precip doesn't even get to the edge of the Carolinas on the GFS. So that's the difference. And as we move forward, as this moves up the coast, there's the difference, as you can imagine. So the result is the European being much further west than the GFS. And you notice that's a big deal because the GFS brings a little bit of snow to the Delmarva and the Jersey Shore, maybe parts of the Cape and the islands. European is a full-blown nor'easter during the day Saturday with a foot of snow along I-95. So yeah, we have some stuff to figure out here as we get into the weekend. We don't know yet. We just don't. We can use our ensembles like we always do to try to help us. But again, the same problem exists here. The European model has a system developing Friday evening west of Connecticut's longitude. GFS has nothing. Midday Saturday, your GFS has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of its 21 members. That's a 33% of its members having a storm. The European, as you can see, much higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Give or take 60% of its members have a storm, and it's much closer to the coast and more amplified. So, listen, are we confident there's going to be a storm yet? No, I am not. Am I confident there could be some impact? Coastal Jersey, Delmarva, Cape and the Islands? Sure. Could be something Saturday morning, a little bit of light snow or something, but promising a blizzard usually doesn't end well, as I'm sure you've seen. But at the same time, this type of look warrants our attention. It does. Because even if the GFS is right, there could be a follow-up wave Sunday that provides a little bit. So it's very complex, something I think we'll have a lot more info on tomorrow. And once we have that information, of course, we will share it with you. And that will dictate our next steps. Do we need storm briefings or not for our commercial clients? We'll see how that works out in the coming days. But again, watching that weekend time frame and then much colder Sunday into early next week. And you notice here, a couple fast-moving clipper systems possible in this cold air mass could bring a little bit more light snow to us early next week. So lots to go over. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.